Next, we'll do the same thing that we did at the beginning of Dwarf Underground and get rid of some of that kind of placeholder stuff. So let's look at index.html, which is in the public folder. Once again, we'll see the div with an ID of root. And we'll see that the title is React app. Let's go ahead and change that to Chaturang. I'll go ahead and put afternoon in parentheses here, so I will notice when I have it running. So the only thing you'll see different is the tab up here. It should say your new title. And I don't promise that this is the last time we'll ever touch index.html, but we will not touch it much.
What's that git bash command that opens up like the file
to open the editor? Yeah. Code space dot, yeah. So in the source directory, you have index.js, which again just has this React DOM.render line. I'm going to go ahead and put this on multiple lines like this because it's easier to read. Other than that, not really going to make any changes here. As far as semicolons go, they're optional, as always in JavaScript. You should just be consistent. Since I'm not going to use them, I'm going to go ahead and take them out. They're not actually hurting anything, but the inconsistency bothers me, so I'm just going to get rid of them. But this is as good a time as any to tell you a little trick I like for inserting multiple cursors in Visual Studio Code. Just hold down Alt and keep clicking. There you go. Oh, yeah. It is Alt in Visual Studio Code, right? I didn't change that. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think in Atom it's Control. Very handy. So,
what's the one line that you wanted us to backspace? I'm trying to get my editor open.
I didn't backspace anything. I broke this onto multiple lines. That's all, just to make it a little easier to read. Because we're going to fiddle with it like next week. So in app.js, we again have this thing with the spinning logo and so on. So let's just get rid of all that stuff. Leave the div. Get rid of everything in there. I'll just replace it with the word Chaturang. I am again going to get rid of my semicolons just because I don't intend to use them and I want to be consistent. If you open up your dev tools, and you should always have your dev tools open when you're developing, you'll see there's a warning there, logos defined but never used. That's because we took it out, the spinning logo. So let's just get rid of it on line 2. We no longer need to import logo. And I can just delete logo.svg from over here. Just get rid of the file altogether. And there's some style sheet stuff happening that isn't our code. So we may as well start from a blank slate there too. So open up app.css. And as we did last time, just get rid of it all. Leave the file. Remove the contents. Leave the gun, take the cannoli. Yeah.
You removed the semicolons. I know Dante had an issue yesterday where he had to add semicolons to all of his imports. Or if he was having an issue where it wouldn't work unless he had semicolons. Was that like a specific case?
Maybe it's a configuration thing in his editor or something. Because there's no reason that should be necessary. There are very, very few cases where the semicolon is absolutely necessary. Certain times in the middle of a return statement it might be, but it's pretty rare. So yeah, just get rid of the CSS, and you should end up with this. Just the word Chaturang aligned to the left once we got rid of the CSS. Not a big deal. But now we're starting even closer to a blank slate. We've got an app.js with nothing in it to speak of. An empty app component, empty JS. Let's go. So remove, create React app, boilerplate. And by boilerplate, I just mean placeholder stuff. I should be able to push now because I did create the repository on GitHub.